Claude, Andy Maroon with Mass Live. It seemed like early in the game there was fairly even play back and forth, and you guys were able to keep puck in their zone. And do you think that they adjusted to you as the game went on and were able to limit chances?
I don't think there was any secrets in tonight's game. Both teams played really tight defense, and that's why there wasn't that many scoring chances in the game. So there wasn't. I don't know about the adjustments. I know that throughout the game, both teams try and make small adjustments, but overall, I don't think there was any surprise out there today.
Scott Goffin, WEI.com. Claude, the creature line didn't really have too many chances tonight. Was there something they did to limit that line, or did you feel like it was maybe their play?
Well, as I said, it was a tight checking game, but nonetheless, I think everybody's got to find a way to create more, and that's going to be the challenge in this series with the two teams playing really tight. So it's about everybody working a little harder, and then gaining your space, and then doing what you have to do here. But it's a long series, we predict, and if you look at tonight, it's probably a good indication of that.
Anthony Trevelyan, Bruins Daily. Are you happy with the play that you got from Mazzaros and Potter?
I'm not going to start analyzing my team right now. I'm going to talk about the game. As far as analyzing the players, we do that in our dressing room here. So the only thing I would tell you about those guys is that they did a great job for the position that they were put in.
Claude McCalman. NHL.com, even though you're down those two Ds, your defense time on ice is still pretty evenly dispersed. Did you just feel that everyone was kind of going their way and didn't want to ride some of the veterans a little longer?
Yeah, I think again we talk about a tough game. We don't know if this is going into overtime. If we don't know how long a series this could be. But at the same time, when everybody's doing a good job, there's no reason to cut it back. And I thought our Ds did a good job. Again, when you don't give that many scoring chances, it means they're doing something pretty good. So there was no need again to overtax certain players.
Coach Joe McDonald, ESPN Boston. What sort of challenges do you face when you go into game one of a playoff series with not necessarily the lineup that you've had for the majority of the season?
Well, again, injuries are part of the game. We kind of had to wait the whole day to find out who was in, who was out. We've had surprises all week long with the flu bug going around. So it was nice that we were able to get 20 guys in a lineup. But at the same time, like I said, the guys that stepped in certainly did a good job, and we just have to adjust. I think there's certain areas we have to get better at, obviously, and to create more scoring chances. We got to find a way to get to the net. We got to find a way to get some more shots there, and they really play a tight game where they make it hard for you to get there. They get their bodies in the way, and so we got to work through those kind of things a little bit here to create a little bit more and probably get some goals.
Claude, Mick, Standard Times. The game starts without any hard feelings, and then it gets almost ugly by the end. And now this stuff is in the series. Is this stuff that can fuel emotion to make efforts greater, or is it the kind of thing that you want to kind of not be, in the picture of players' minds and just focus on what they're trying to do mechanically?
Well, first of all, I don't think there's respect is a word you use because the other team is a good team. They're in the playoffs. That has absolutely nothing to do with what goes on the ice. Once the puck is dropped, you play the game, and that's what both teams intended to do tonight. So I don't think it was animosity or intensity that built up during the game. It was there from the start, in my mind. There were some hits right from the get-go. So I think both teams are out there to try and win a series here. So there's no time to be holding hands out there and trying to make friends or trying to make enemies here. It's about going out there and playing for your team.
Claude Howard Allman from the Associated Press. You work all season, you get home ice advantage through the playoffs, but going into a series, does it really mean that much to you, and does that just go by the wayside once the series starts?
Well, I think it's important in a way that, if you're going to have a Game 7, you'd like to have it in your own rink, but at the same time, you like to have your fans behind you. I'll take home ice advantage all the time. But it doesn't mean you can't win on the road. That's the main thing here. So, which is what we have to do in this series. If we, if we plan on winning, we'll have to go back into their building and then take another game.
Claude, what are the chances you get any healthier by game 2?
I wish I could tell you, Matt. Honestly, it's with this thing going around, we don't know. We really don't know. We hope to. Matt Bartkowski was here today, so he's on the mend. To what extent before Sunday? Hopefully good enough, but you know, we'll have to find out as days goes on here.
Ron McClure, HockeyTalk.biz. It seemed like there was a lot of dump and chase. Would you like to see the guys trying to like skate through or find some better lanes through the neutral zone?
Well, I think both teams can say that. You know, there was a dump and chase on both sides there, and that's the way teams play such good defense in the neutral zone that if you try and create too much, you're going to end up turning pucks over. So I think both teams respect that part of the other team's element and understand that you know, you can't force things through the neutral zone.
Claude, Kevin Dupont, Boston Globe. Trademark of your team this year is the heavy game, get in there, grind, sustain pressure, stay around the net. Do you feel tonight you ever got to that, or you ever got to the point where you felt it coming?
Well, I think that the one issue for tonight is we didn't have the puck enough, and when we had it, you know, we got to start putting pucks in areas where we can get it back, and we got to get pucks in areas where once we get it, we got to hang on to it. And tonight, you know, I thought we didn't play with the puck as much as we normally do, you know. But the one thing about our team tonight, I thought it got better and better as the periods went on. So, you know, the third period was obviously our best period. But you know, we started playing more of our game in the third period than the first two. So, you know, we got to kind of make those adjustments here and hopefully have 3 periods more like the third period was, and you know, capitalize on the chances that we had.
2 more for Dan Kagan, Metro West. It seemed both you and Mike were comfortable with the Datsuk-Bergeron pairing and matchup, I should say. You know, just why do you think that is, that both you were okay with doing that?
Because we both didn't mind it. I can't tell you another reason. So I'm okay with that matchup, and so is he. So I can't speak for him. It's just this means that you know, you feel good about those 2 lines, and I do about the Bergeron line. They're very reliable. They have been all year. So, and obviously he feels the same about his.